I've been in your waters.
It is ISO day 5 in the UK, and I'm inside going through boxes of books. And some of these books I haven't actually seen for years, but since the last year or so, year and a half, we've been traveling around the UK a lot, so always I've had like a car library, and that's basically just one of these bags here with the most essential. And that's more, for me, it's more about the, you know, where to find wildlife, some identification books, some photography books, a little bit of a mixture like that, maybe one or two books that I'm reading, kind of just normal books as well. I'm looking for one book in particular, which my girlfriend bought a few years ago. Always meant to read it, but since we were traveling around so much, you can't really bring all your books with you. So a lot of these books we just had to put into storage and, you know, read some other time. And I often do that. I buy more books than I read, and, you know, intention is to come back to them, and very often I do, but not always. And sometimes it can take a long time before I actually get back to them. I wanted to say thank you guys so much for keeping up the hashtag Corvid, not COVID. It's been really successful. I've seen so many great photos, and I haven't been able to share everyone, so that doesn't mean that your photo wasn't really good. I've really enjoyed a lot of your photos. I've tried to select a few of the photos that are from around the world, and also I really like the photos that have a little bit of a context to them, a little bit of a story. So I quite like that, because I think that shares, it's a little more informative to how we're all kind of doing in different parts of the world. So I want to continue this challenge and sharing photos in my videos, but with a little bit of a difference, and I'll come back to you at the end of the video with how this one is gonna play out with the rules with the hashtag and the rules for this one. So bear with me. I'm just gonna look for this one book, and let's see if I can find it. Alright, it is hard to find a lot of stuff here, but it's really cool to go through books that I haven't seen in so long, and I'm just finding so many things that I want to reread, so many things that I haven't read that I want to read. Yeah, I've been meaning to read Walden. It's on my list. We're to watch Birds in Britain. I've talked about this one before. It's a great book for finding locations all throughout UK for birds. I haven't found the book that I'm looking for just yet, but there's so much good stuff. And I'm finding also DVDs, Lord of the Rings collection. Definitely have to rewatch that one day. Hill Runs in Scotland, yes. Definitely need to learn some bushcraft skills. Very old bird photography book. This is a great one. I was actually looking for this the other day, Tracks and Signs. I was looking for that because I wanted to see what was in nests, basically what different birds put in their nests. I can have a look at that now and see if I did the right thing yesterday. Let's see. Alright then. Oh, more birds of Southeast Asia. Alright, got it. This is the one I've been looking for. This is the one I'm going to read now. And I think it's a really fitting one. It is called Birds in a Cage. And basically, it is about four guys who got captured during the Second World War. And they were in a prisoner of war camp in Warburg. So basically, 4 British bird watchers were in a prisoner of war camp during the Second World War. I haven't read this one, but this is what I'm going to read next. And It's called Birds in a Cage, but really it's about them being in a cage, and basically what they found, that what saved them from being locked up in these conditions that they were in and horrible things that they went through, was birds. It was watching birds, making notes on birds, basically studying and researching birds from their prison. So I thought that was obviously we're not in that horrible situation right now, but I think it's quite similar. A lot of us are isolated, a lot of us have to stay at home, boredom can kick in, you don't know what to do. I mean, I feel lucky that I have wildlife photography and I can actually do that from my garden. I can even do it from my window, and hopefully a lot of you guys can do that as well. So I thought this was quite fitting, and I'm going to read that next. Anyways, that's the book that I just wanted to share with you guys, and I think it's a really nice concept, a really good idea, and it's kind of what I'm taking to, and I think a lot of you guys are taking to as well. It's just kind of trying to photograph the stuff that we have in our garden, outside our window, paying attention to the smaller things now that our kind of normal freedoms that we take for granted has been restricted a bit. I think it's more important than ever to kind of appreciate the smaller things, and things like birds and wildlife that do come to your garden, even the common stuff like house sparrows outside, you know, really noticing more things and capturing them with the camera as well if you can. I really appreciated everybody's comments on my video that I released today, or yesterday it's going to be when you guys see this. I see it's quite a divided camp. Some people are saying, yes, I'm not causing any, there's nobody around up in the hillside, but there's also the chance that, yeah, I could get hurt. I could put extra strain on an already overloaded health service or mountaineering rescue service, you know. So I totally get that, and I've already decided that I'm not going to do any more videos up the hill. And sorry to disappoint the people who really wanted me to do that, but I think it's more important to be responsible and lead by example. So I'm gonna stay put, do all my videos from the house, from the garden, and I'm just gonna have to try and get a bit more creative, I guess, into what actually goes into my videos. I'm gonna keep trying to put out a video a day for a bit longer. I don't know how long I can keep it up, but I'm gonna keep going with it. I think that since so many of us are stuck in isolation, this new challenge that I'm going to pose is only going to be for wildlife that is captured from your home, from your garden, from your window, from your garden, anything you have access to. Hashtag for this is going to be shot from home. I'll put it up here as well, and I'll show it again at the end of the video. So use the hashtag shotfromhome. Remember to tag me as well at Espen Helland, because then I know that you're a part of this. There's a few people using the hashtag already, but I don't think it's been used much for wildlife. Tag me at Espen Helland on Instagram, tag me at Espen Helland 7 on Twitter, or at Espen Helland Photography on Facebook. I prefer Instagram because it's a lot easier to find the images, because Facebook and Twitter, once you tag me, if I don't see it right away, sometimes even if I see it right away, it just gets lost and it doesn't save anywhere. So I prefer Instagram, but if you don't have Instagram, go for Twitter, go for Facebook, or even, comment with the link underneath the video here. Just to say though, sometimes the comments with a link will get restricted by YouTube and I have to approve them. So sometimes they don't show right away, but I do remember every now and then to go in and check those and then approve them as they come in. So thank you guys so much for joining me on the hashtag Corvid Not COVID challenge, and it would be really cool if we can extend that now to the new challenge, which is hashtag shot from home, and it's all about staying at home and taking wildlife from your home. So basically from the garden, from a window, or even wildlife that comes into your house. So please, share the message and use the hashtag, tag me in them, and I will keep sharing images at the end of my videos. And also I'll keep sharing from my Instagram stories and Facebook stories. So thank you guys so much. And now for the final images for the hashtag Corvid Not COVID. I'll be showing those now. Thanks for following along.
Thank